I'll be right back. I gotta do one more thing. Okay. Talk, Mom. I had to put the clothes in the dryer, and my hair's all raggedy. Hey, Mom, guess what?
What?
In a month from today, today's March 9th, Mom.
March 9th?
In 1 month from today, I'm going to be the age that you were when I went into the Air Force.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to be 50 years old, Mom. I never thought I'd see 30. So 50, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. 50. That's why that's funny. It's because I obliterate people's paradigms. So, I don't act appropriately. And if there's a situation that comes at hand, chances are I'm not going to do the thing that everyone else does. If there's an appropriate and a not, I'm gonna go to not just because I want to say that I want to show the appropriates that there's other ways of comprehension. It's part of my responsibilities as Pisces and Mercury. That's a mean sentence in life. And Venus and Jupiter, all in Pisces. My midhaven, the MC. In Pisces, oh my lord, the lessons I am to learn. I fight against myself, the own currents within me, the currents within me with all that Pisces. Oh, but I learned so much. Oh, I'm learning so much. My body hurts today. We had a cold dip like yesterday morning. I can tell when I leave a window open, and I thought I had left a window open. Because I did it the night before. I could feel it. Like, even if it's at this end of the house, I could feel the cold air. Because yeah. Anyway, I'm extra sensitive, all that Pisces. Shit. So, that was last night, and I didn't open. I did the night before last. I left a window open, but last night they were all closed, and I still woke up, and I was like, "Holy shit! Was there like a mass casualty event that's happening in the event, like where hundreds, if not thousands, of people have just all gone to source all at the same time?" And that's what I felt like. It felt like this morning there was so much cold, and it's bitter cold, and it's actually because I can tell the difference between ambient air cold. That's when I can tell that spirits, is different than the different than the cold that's induced into the ground to prolong heating costs. Make it cold, remove heat, and then we gotta pay to heat ourselves because they remove heat from the ground. It's just all bullshit, motherfuckers coming back around. So, I woke up nice and early, about 3:50 this morning. Yeah, I'm glad I woke up too. I'm glad you woke up too, little lady. So I utilized my time. I made some cookies, just mini chocolate chips.
Those are always good. One of your favorites.
I just like making them, man. They make people feel so good that people just can't believe that who's this bitch that's freaking making me feel so good, giving me these good night's sleep. Whoever she is, God bless her mother.
That's right.
God bless her mama for raising her right. But I live in New Mexico. There's a lot to learn. But people are learning, man. I'm seeing the shift in the collective wave of bullshit. We're at the I don't know when it's like actually it's going to be the highest actual point, but we're in it. Like everybody's full aware, governments are, it's like, I look at it as like this, is how they have like the circle with the triangle in it, like the three entities. It's whatever people choose their entities to be. My entities are mind, body, and spirit, and keeping it in congruence and balance, and living a life of service. And I'm not saying kindness because they're separate. And I'm not going to, I'm always, sometimes I'm going to help somebody change their tire. Doesn't mean I'm going to have a smile on my face when I do it. I'm also actually, the older I get, and if there's young people, I'm going to be like, come here, teaching opportunity. Come out here. I'm going to show you how that you can take care of your family in the future. That's all I want to do is teach people, man. It's in me. It's in my chart because I live from my heart. You know what happens when you live from your ego? If someone like me were to live from my ego, you know who I'd end up as? I would end up as a version of this. I think she used to be a really, really, really pretty lady. She just did so much stuff to her face. But we are energetic matches. We're born on the same day, same latitude. She's born in Las Vegas. I'm San Bernardino. That's like bloop. We are so close in frequency, and she went the route of ego, easing God out, and I went the way of the heart. And it's so freaking crazy how close our lives, like, I was in relationships when she was, like, the energies were so congruent.
That's true.
There's been times I thought about doing porn because I thought about, like, there's got to be a demographic someplace out there for, not your neurotypicals, What's that? Is that the dude? I gotta look. Oh, it's the dipshit neighbor. It's the dipshit neighbor's boyfriend. Ma, I've been watching, like, when I can't sleep, I'll get up and I'll watch TikTok or something like that.
Yeah,
and I'll watch social media, and I see all the other people that have dipshit neighbors too. There's a lot of people. I guess I've been. No, Mike in Omaha, he was a dipshit. He was so stupid. That dude was so dumb. I was sitting on my porch one day trying to enjoy myself, and that dumbass didn't mow his lawn. And so the grass got to be like 18 inches.
Oh, wow.
So, right? So it just like kind of laid down. And so he was doing the thing from the top, right? Trying to trim it, instead of getting a weed whacker. Dummies! And I had to freaking witness him coming down on a freaking whole, freaking bed of fucking baby bunnies. And I was just like, fuck, why do I gotta be witness to other people's stupidity? So I learn. That's why I learn. I learn. Don't let your grass get so tall that you're gonna risk lives of others from your ignorance. It's just. But where are they supposed to learn how to think? I learned in Mother Nature. Because, I'm Gen X. Our parents didn't care. They're too busy. Mom was too busy trying to find a man to help her survive financially with all the economic burdens and stress that was put on her by some fucking judge that was friends with my grandparents. You know, that's why I don't like clubs. I'm not a fan of clubs. I'll never be. If there's not a club that I'm like, "Woo, I'm gonna endorse this club." No, they all because because the clubs are made up of people and people have free will, and the things that they do in order, to satisfy their free will. I don't want to be associated with people like them. Like the fact that there is so much, on this planet right now, and yet the right now, ma, and I don't remember in modern times a time that so many people have been called to suffer and to live in strife because people don't want to let that shit trickle down. The playing field's about to be leveled. People have been conjuring their realities. They what they think about in their free time.
Oh, free time.
And a lot of it's like weird shit. So I gotta call Mr. Iskey, see how he was gonna go. The senators or some government officials were gonna come talk where he was. See, people are becoming activated. Either I care about everybody or I'm going to give a shit more about myself. Either way, it's just going to be more. Whatever people are, it's just going to be accentuated more. I'm thinking about going to this meeting on Monday, 5 o'clock. It's an open, casual forum to have a conversation with the mayor. And I think I might put together a nice little PowerPoint presentation and invite them, to help the community by taking care of all the less desirables that nobody wants to deal with. I'll take care of it. Hell, I was in fucking, recovery for years and years. I'm not going to tolerate no bullshit. That's the other thing. It's like, people will be welcome if you aren't willing to contribute and help, at least keep the place as good as you found it, not make it worse, because time's short. We don't got time to be freaking lollygagging. There's too much work to be done. We gotta rebuild from all the calamity that's transpiring from people's lack of self-will. People just going around doing whatever they want. It's like Babylon. I couldn't help myself. Well, why is that? Why couldn't you help yourself? Why would you put yourself in a position that you couldn't help yourself? Why would anybody do that? But I'm seeing the warriors step up. I'm seeing like the freaking. I love it. I saw this lady, this young girl. I think it was in England or something like that. I'm sure it was England. I don't know. There's a guy on Letterkenny that would freaking go through and he would do all the accents of England based on geography. I thought that was that's a clever endeavor. Anyway, this chick sees this dude down the hall with the young girl, like 10, 11 young girl, and he was a man. And and this girl had her phone out and was like, "What are you doing with that girl?" And like she chased her, like she followed them while recording until she got up and like wasn't be able to get the dude and was like, "Are you okay?" And the girl was like, "No." He was about to he was about to do man things with me. But that's the thing is men don't do stuff like that. Cowards do stuff like that. Dudes that feel small and have to feel big go after children and small people and dominate and control because they lack the control in themselves. And it creates a cycle within people that makes it super hard to break. Like people that have been touched before the expiration date, so to speak. It does something to your energy field, which activates things in your mind, and you have a way of, I have a way of thinking that people don't like to think about. People don't like to think that things like that happen to kids. Yet they do, and and the thing that they don't want to realize is they don't want to admit that somebody that they know is like that. And everybody knows somebody, because if you see one, there's 1,000 more that you don't. Because perverts and all that nastiness, they're like cockroaches. And they prey on the weak. And well, what's happened in the last several years, the weak have turned into the meek. And the meek, how will you inherit the earth? You know? At least speak out against the freaking, nasties. See, for so many, I don't know when it began. It's just been for all time, I think. But there's just been so many things. Like the shroud. If you tell anybody, it's the threat, But what you find out about the coward is they don't follow through. Generally. I've known a lot of cowards. I've known why I had to learn how to defend myself and fight for myself and speak out, because nobody else would. My big brother wouldn't. People would never defend me. As a matter of fact, my brother's the kind of guy that he would reprimand and ridicule me when somebody was bullying or harassing me. So I could call in line so they wouldn't bring down the hammer. And it's just like, what kind of fucking pussy are you? He's the gate kind. He's the guy that was in Gate. He's the mind control. See, I remember when he graduated high school, went on a trip to Europe. Probably got it for graduating high school for a gift. I didn't. He got a cherry freaking canary yellow Ford Falcon. Like a 68, 16. It was in cherry condition. It was a beautiful car. He didn't even care about cars. I got a t-shirt that says 4 years of school, and all I get is this lousy t-shirt and no car, from my dad. And I mean, it's just like they hated that I existed, and then they just treated me like they hated that I existed the whole time. And then wanted me to have a good sense of humor about it and go along with just being treated like shit. Anybody else? Can anybody else relate to that? And then would say things like, well, we're family, so you have to basically freaking... No. I've come to terms and I've completely made peace with both of them. And the only reason why I've done that is so it doesn't freaking eat me from the inside out. Because about 15, 16 years ago... No, more longer than that. Shit, it's been 20 years now. It has been 20 years. They gave me freaking 8 anthrax vaccines when I was in the Air Force, and it fried my body. And I've been fighting, to live ever since. And a lot of people, I think it's down to 30% survival rate for anyone that has had those shots. And it was a test group. And after I had them, everybody I knew, I said, don't get shots. Don't any kind. Just, get the flu. It's okay. It's good for your immune system. Just F all that. And then the last few years, all that stuff happened. And then now people are like, oh, no, it causes great harm. Oh, really? Come on, man. The trifecta: government, sports, entertainment. That's when I look at their trifecta. Like it's whatever we can do to distract people from just having a good life. It's like a contest on which corporation can cause the most pain and strife. And it's just like, what if these entities that existed is like, how many people did you freaking pull out of squalor today? Like, how many people woke up on the streets, but they don't gotta live that way anymore? And no, not everybody that lives on the streets wants to live on the streets. That's something that control freaks say to make themselves feel better and to rationalize, their abundant freaking budgets, funds that are allocated for them to do stupid shit. If I do go to this meeting on Monday, I am going to invite the mayor to go live. And I encourage other people to do this in your communities, to go to these meetings and invite the mayor to go and get his puffy coat and, his 20 highly rated sleeping bag and a tent, and a backpack, and go sleep at Starbucks, where they've tried to build Starbucks 3 times and they burn it down here in Taos, New Mexico. And then during the day, try to use the systems that you yourself have allowed to transpire and under your watch as mayor, and try to use the systems to get through to people, to get some sort, if you want to, like a beta test, like you want to help people, do the things that the people do that need help, that they do, and then you'll see where all the cracks and crevices are. See, they don't want to do these things because they don't want to get up their little tuchus. They want to get their cold, nice fluffy pillow and fuzzy and their creature comforts. These people are ruining the planet. So I'm gonna invite him to go be homeless for 3 nights and 4 days, and try to go through the process to get food stamps and all that stuff. And then you can see how so many people, like why they have so much surplus, because people don't get what they need. And that's why. That's how. This shit's no brainer. It's pretty easy. But, I did make some notes here. God, my back hurts. Views is drips. Message received. Happy birthday, Earth Day to me. Smash. Conjuring reality with entertainment. So, like, when people, because, like, a lot, so all these years they made all these end of times movies, right? And so what do people start worried? It like plants a seed that they get worried. Oh God, what if that happened in real life, right? And then if more people think like that, the more collective consciousness makes events like that happen, right? That's why it's so important not to land on any outcome. It is so hard for me to do because it's just how my brain works, And it ain't my place to tell people I don't know what the future holds for individuals. I just know the consequences of that. When you live from your ego, it's to your detriment. And when you live from your heart, I mean, I get it. Ain't nothing 100%, but it's like shit. People look at all the resources that are put into the world every day, from the time people wake up to the go to bed. It's about making themselves feel good. It's about doing whatever they want. It's about eating. There's no discipline. Like, where is the discipline on the planet? And there ain't nobody, all the idols are false for profits. I was like the second ever, I'm about this close to, it was like Taylor Swift helped me through a breakup back in 2013. 1989, whatever tour that was, that's when I saw her. But it's like she's just because every time I see so much money, resources, energy put in to one person's vision, the cracks of society are just getting wider and wider, and getting paid for a service is not living a life of service. It's doing a fucking job. I was listening to Leo Cub this morning. Dude, I'm pulling for the kid. Maybe one day his balls will drop. And I'll start looking like things for maybe the rest of his signs instead of just his Leo. His Cubness. He has a lot of good information. He has a lot of good things to say if he just gets out of his own way of his ego. I mean, you can't talk about, how being this spiritual fucking giant, and as you record shit from a studio when you're in LA surrounded by homeless people. Like, how many homeless people can be like, you know what? I met this guy, David Palmer. He freaking came and sat with me on the street, and he changed my life, And all he did, and all it took was him spending 5 minutes with me, giving him his time. How many people can say that? And but you know what I mean? It's like not even 1 out of 100. Like nothing pro bono, huh? Nothing. That's what service is. Doing shit you don't want to do more than doing all the shit you want to do. It's fucking crazy. Taylor's about to leave the playlist. I don't like it. I don't really like I have her some stuff, but most of it is just. I appreciate her for helping me through a breakup. That was cool. But she's just too big. I mean, it's just. I mean, resource hogs, resource hogs, resource hogs. I can't even take it. Oh my god. You know, there's too many people that like. It don't make no sense. But I don't think I'm gonna go out today. Yesterday I wasn't gonna. I had. Well, did I stay in? No, I did go to the store, but it was real early in the morning.
Yeah, early in the morning.
I'm gonna stay in today. And my friend got. She's gonna have so much fun. Whatever placements in her, you know, it's gonna be a good time because she's gonna celebrate her. You know. And being out and around people and being. I hope she. Dude, just to be able to play dress up. You know it? Like, I haven't dressed up, I think, since we went to California. And Jerry was putting on, like, he was making. It was some promotion with his Guardman stuff. And I dressed up. No. I think I dressed up for. Nope. When I went to see not Atsley, it's the other one. Jules' dad. He played in a little place out of Oregon. I actually wore these pants. And I had this bow tie on.
You look nice in them.
Yeah, I'd take myself out on dates. You know? Nothing too extravagant. Because I just never could live so extravagant in my life with, you know. There's people that don't got socks, man. Their fucking flesh is rotting and shit like that. Like, it's freaking bad. It is so cold. I keep envisioning the place here in Taos. My own version, you know, of a place where travelers can come. Is your eye okay?
Yeah.
You need more orange juice?
Just the water.
Are you want me to put one of those packets of vitamin C, blast you like we did yesterday, your system?
It's light.
See, that's the thing is that's why I was like, did something catastrophic? Because it was so cold. Like it's because the way I look at it is when people take their last breath, that's your soul exiting your soul sac, and you go out, right? And energy is cold. People think they think it's. I don't know why people think it's like space. When I think of the ethers, you know, out there, it's cold to me. I don't like the cold. You know, I'm like the kid on like, you know, when people die and their spirits are around. You know, the Sixth Sense. I see all that breath, cold breath. I mean, I can always tell when there's people and frequencies around me. Right? And I was just like, what is going this morning? Like it felt like it was below zero, and the thermos and according to the weather, it was like 25 degrees. Like it was warmer outside than it was in here, although we do live in a tin can. Still, it was peculiar. It was I just was saying my prayer, you know, inviting like, hey, if there's anything that I can do to help you pass on, you know, go on to the next realm. I don't know what you're sticking around here for. This place is kind of a hole, but whatever. I don't plan on going anywhere. Mom, you had eggs on stuff already, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, yeah.
Nice and light.
And I hope that the neighbors. I always like it better when they're gone. It's just, trying to relinquish control. So there's a lot of frickish energy. It was so cool. I can't believe it was like tripping me out. You know, Like, it hasn't been. It's just a huge shift. Whatever's going on.
Yeah.
See, I look at the world like some days it's the timeline shift and it's like a deck of cards. Ever see somebody shuffle a deck of cards and then they like do it one way and then do it backwards the other way? You know? I don't think I have a deck of cards handy. I used to play a lot of solitaire. I come from a real big game playing. Because nobody talked to each other, so they'd play games.
Oh.
I learned how to play chess when I was 3 years old. Then my brother just used me as his chess dummy, and he got real good. Because it wasn't fun. It wasn't super, super fun. Because I lost all the time. And now I recognize what minds like my brother do. Like, now that they fast forward that they grew up, they're still playing chess. And I'm still the person going, hey, they cheat. What fun is playing if everything's not on the up and up? See, it's so funny. Like the more I think about my chart, like, I'm going to be 50 in a month, so I'm Aries, but I got oh my gosh. More water and air, no earth. The only fire I got is freaking that sun and exalted in Aries. But it just makes things. I think about a lot of things at once, and it makes it real hard for me being around people that hardly even think about one thing at a time. Yeah. And people that can't do anything like practical. Well, what good are you then? Goes on in my head.
That goes on.
Well, what good if you can't change it? If you can't mow an old lady? If you can't help somebody? If you can't think about somebody else more than yourself, what good are you then? Because I see society, it's like the way I don't pay it. I got a message from a nice lady today, and she brought up like I didn't get past if Biden she started, and I don't believe in politics, and I think politics are no different than the productions that they create in Hollywood, in Vancouver, and here in New Mexico, wherever there's a script, and then there's people that are told what to say to create an ideology to get people to think a certain way. That's no different than all of sports, the whole sports industry. Professional sports, grown men playing little boy games. Silliness. It's all reindeer games. All of it. Reindeer games. Hollywood. Sports. Reindeer games. I don't give a shit that fucking a bunch of dudes sat on Pappy's lap and continue to freaking waste their time, perpetually 50, 60 years later, because of a feeling that they felt, so long ago. That's talk about living in the past, creating nostalgia, creating the same movies over and over. They keep getting if they get people to think more about the past, the future ain't never gonna happen, because people aren't thinking about the future, but they are, because so many. Dude, I want to be in the group. There's so many things I want to do. I hope the universe gives me the opportunity to see what I can do, given, because it sure has. Because I've done some pretty remarkable things with a whole lot of door slams in my face. Me and Mom still get by because, like attracts like, and we always have had earth angels right there for us right when we needed them. Ain't nobody else. We're falling through the cracks, hanging on, white knuckling it, uh, 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 we seem to make it. You need eye drops?
No.
Would that help?
No, I was looking at those lights.
I'm gonna put some eye. You're gonna get eye drops.
No.
Everybody needs to get their own little old lady. I don't know where your eye drops are. Oh wait, did I put it in this? Are they here? Are they in the basket?
No.
It got so cold, and then Mom
No.
got chilled. I think the other morning,
Roku.
and so
This one is really.
you got chilled, huh?
Oh,
Huh?
the colors up here are really pretty.
The colors up there are really pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm becoming much more aware of doing my prayers and stuff like that, because I've been real naive and ignorant in this spiritual war and leaving my guard down. And see, because I'm no witch. I'm not, and and the reason why is because I'm a proponent. I don't believe in messing with people's free will. And when you do spells and incantations and all that stuff, what I do is I pray to God, my higher power, and ask for the best outcome for all persons involved, whatever that is. Leave it open-ended, because I don't know what's best for everybody, right? I don't know what's in their chart, right?
That's true.
Here, put your head back. Want me to lean the chair back? Here, I got you. Put your head back real quick. Go ahead. It'll make you feel better. It'll make me feel better. Blink, blink.
Ooh.
Blink, 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 blink real fast.
I am.
I'll get you a paper towel. I was 2 years old. I put a fishing hook through my tongue. Ma, you remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
No, but you remembered it well.
Grammy and Papa were moving out of their trailer, their mobile home park.
Yeah.
And I was bored, and Jerry and I had been fighting, and you split us up. So we were driving you crazy. And so you sent me to one room, and you sent Jerry to another, and I found a fishing hook. I wrote a story about it when I was in like the 3rd grade, I think.
Your fishing?
The fishing hook. And I was a little aspy kid. I put everything in my mouth. Put it in my mouth, and I was like playing with it, moving over, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh dear. It went thunk. I could feel it. It was like I could feel a little pressure, and then it went through. And I was like, and then I was scared because I had to go confess now what I'd done. I had to go shut. Like there's no way, I can't hide this. So I remember going out and just like, I just went, and Mom nodded out. Got all white. I'd done that. That's why I got to take care of her so good now, because when I was younger, man, I freaking brought her to the brink so many times, because it just, I've always had this warrior heart and climbed trees, and I was a daredevil. And I made bad choices. I've grown up and I'm making better choices now. I try to anyway, huh?
Yeah, you've done a good job.
Little at a time. Little at a time. Everything's little at a time.
Those colors make a difference too. The things are a little soft and bright.
Did you sleep last night?
Did I sleep?
Yeah. See, there's something going on, man. Like her eyes are all red and irritated. Huh. They were. I know. Did the eye drops help?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
See, I'm just this mother hen thing. I can't even freaking like. Why doesn't society help more people like me? Like, give us everything we need to support the environment around us. You know. Oh, more ideas for local communities. Instead of having centralized like volunteer fire departments and stuff like that, right? You know, have like people. Well, it's same idea, but instead of it just like train. You know, people like me and people that are willing in the community that are, you know, and have sheds in places or have people designated hose, you know, so if something happens in the community that the people that live in their neighborhood have the, whatever they need to take care of it while the fire department is showing up or whatever, you know. Self-governance, it should be allowed more, but the people that don't have skills are too busy creating like bullshit rules and regulations and policies and procedures and all this fucking nonsense just to keep us regular people with skills, you know, us peace loving, law abiding people, you know, with just let us do what we want to do, what we can do to help build the community, cuz you mud ducks didn't do much to, you know, like if I got me and some buddies, you know, I know where the potholes are. I'll go down to the local, you know, wherever all the city people get all their supplies that they don't have to pay for. You know, it's just, you know, as long as it's for the benefit of the community, you know. And then if you learn so much respect and, you know, fill so many potholes or plant or you know, paint buildings or do whatever to add the community, then, you know, then why not be able to use some of those resources to freaking build back the homes in the community?
Good point.
See, that's why bureaucrats hate me, because they're like, oh my god, she's gonna say all these things that could feasibly work, but we don't want to do it. If people are stopping progress because they say, oh, we don't have the money for it, but every time I go into this fucking town, there's new there's new police that need to frickin' fitness standards in place. They're with new trucks, and new county employees have new trucks, $130,000 trucks with Taos County and the city of Taos. It's like, you guys are in no hurry to get up and do nothing, but as long as you got a new fucking truck to get there to do it in. It's bullshit, dude. So I gotta let Luna out. Luna, you wanna go walk around? She says, I'm in a mood. Hi, Daddy Blue Funk, Miss J. What's your pissy? Are you in the mute? I wonder if somebody's back there. It's somebody. She. I can't believe how big turnover is. Mom, there's so many people dying right now in the world of all different ages. See, because it's not, that's what they did. That it's not just that. It's the placebo of instilling fear. That is going to cause more harm to the collective than, you know, I mean, it is creating clots and stuff like that in people. John Campbell keeps talking about that, Dr. John Campbell. What are people doing to ensure another wake up, so to speak, huh? Or at least trying for one.
That's right.
I already did 2 sets this morning, and I'm freaking hurting so bad. It's like I'm just, because I don't use my back. I just use my arms. I'm just like, oh, it sucks. It hurts. But I got to do it because I don't want to deal with the alternative. So anyway, I'm going to take my little dog walker around Take her on a walk around date. Is what we call them.
She's
My
like
pretty
that.
pretty.
She's
So
like
I'll
that.
probably be back on later because I can't stop my processes. Get it out! Get it out! So if you've been here for any kind of time, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it.
That's nice.
Huh. This is my only connection to the outside world.
That's nice.
Till frickin' calamity frickin'
Comes about.
ensues and then we get to rebuild. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.